Okay, so let's create a lid. This again is the rectangular box with the lid that we're going to create now of the masu variation number 3. So to create a lid, so we have this box. You're going to notice that in the instructions creating the lid, it says please turn to page 9 and do steps 1 through 6. So steps 1 through 6 are steps 1 through 6 when we started the rectangle. So we're going to do that now, steps 1 through 6. Step 1, we are going to white side down, back side down, colored side up. We're going to go ahead and do our folds, just like it says in step 1, which is right here. It's so very important for you to make these folds as perfect as you can. As perfect as you can. It does take practice. It's called craftsmanship, but in origami, your craftsmanship is critical. It is critical. Especially the first few folds. Maybe the last 2 folds, okay, you can get away with it, but the first few folds, it must be perfect. It must be perfect. Here we go. Alright, that's step 1. Now for step 2, if you remember, we're going to first, go ahead and do just a fold right there and just, like that. And then release. And then now we're going to do a fold right in here. We can turn it around and do the same thing right there. Hold on, I gotta make sure it's exact. Here we go. Alright. And now for step 3, step 3 is basically do the same thing on the other side. Step 4, open this up, white side up or back side up, front side down. And we are now going to go ahead and fold this right here, right in there like that. A good thing to do is not only are you matching this edge with this crease, but you're also matching this crease with this crease. Doing that helps reassure that your folds are as accurate as possible. It's good for alignment and matching. You want to take notice here that it does match really nicely right in there and right in there. Okay, this is all craftsmanship. And let's see, step 5, we are to fold right in here. Right in here. This is step 5. Step 5. And then, let's see. Now, do not do step 6 from the box. This again is, if you remember from the regular square box, the lid, when we did the bottom part of the box, we would go right up to here. So step 6 is to go right up to here, but we are not doing another bottom box. We're doing a top box. So we need to make it about 1/8 of an inch off of the center. And let's see, 1/8 of an inch is something similar to this, right around there. If you're not sure what 1/8 of an inch is, it's like taking, I don't know, you could almost say taking the thickness of 2 quarters, 25-cent quarters, the thickness of them. Or just look at a ruler and look at what 1/8 of an inch is. So we need to do that right there. That little space or gap that we're doing on both sides is what helps the box, fit on top of the other as a lid. Very important. what's very important too is that when you're doing this fold, that this paper doesn't slide forward. You don't want this sliding forward. You want this to be right there when you make that fold. So, an eighth and an eighth, 1/8 plus 1/8 is a quarter. And if you see that thickness right there, that's about 1/4. All right. Now, you are only to do one side. I know I did the other side. It asks you only to do one side. That is step 7. So let's unfold this. Okay. And then we are going to unfold this part right here. Keep this tucked in. Okay. And let's go ahead. And now step 10 asks us to do a fold here and a fold here, and that these two corners meet. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. And they're going to meet right there. Let me show you that up close. Alright, we're going to take that, you're going to make this corner meet that part right there. So you can see it. It's right there. Same thing on the other side. Okay. Now we're going to unfold. And we're going to go ahead and in step 12, we are going to fold right there. Very much, you know, you're going to fold right there. You're going to make sure that that meets that, not here, but right there. That is the fold right there. You're going to go and fold it right there. That is step 12. Okay? Step 12. Once we've done that, we're going to open this. Close this part right here. Alright. And we're going to open these for step 14. And then on step 14, it will ask us to go ahead and fold this in. And then unfold. Fold right here. You're going to do this. Okay? And you can see where we're at. We're back to the familiar ending of this, which is we are going to go ahead and so in step 14 we have it opened, and then in step 15 we are going to begin doing the folding of the sides. Now here's, let's see, it's always a little tricky, but not too tricky. So it's this crease right there. A lot of times what you can do is you can go ahead and, you know, pre-fold these a little bit, and they help out. But let's see. Sometimes this is easy, sometimes it's a little tricky. Okay, let's try this again. Come on, guys. Let's do this. Here we are. Here we are. Let's see. Sometimes it's not always right in there. I have to really tell that fold how I want it to fold. Sometimes they don't listen. Okay, here we are. So I've done this side. Of course, the more times you do this, the better it's going to be. Alright, let's do the other side here. See, what's happening is that sometimes this little part right there, it does not want to do what you're telling it to do. So you really have to kind of hold it like this and you know, really convince that fold that, you know, it's going to be happier if it does what you're asking. All right, so like we talked about last time, you want to lift these bottom two pieces up right here, push these little triangles down, and then flap this over it. Now we have our little rectangle lid, and let's make sure that it fits correctly. So here we have our two boxes, the bottom and the top, and look at how nicely this fits right in there. It's really snug. And there you go. And this is the rectangular masu box right there. Now you're going to notice that I did, in the instructions on the very last page, in the instructions, it does explain how you can change the depth of the box for both the lid and the bottom. So if I make this even smaller right here, I have to also do the exact same adjustment for the lid, making it smaller. And most of that is dictated right when we're doing step number 2, which is that beginning triangle fold. But you can see that in the instructions. Okay?